Since Korea liberalized its system, Koreans have become completely unrestrained. They can imagine anything and dare to pursue it. Don't look at this old man with one leg half stepped into the coffin, but he is the head of the 5-star group, the largest chaebol in Korea. He has an enviable life, with a beautiful woman massaging him during baths and the ability to create extreme fireworks by blowing up police warehouses when unhappy. To prevent exposure, he killed all the warehouse staff. The warehouse stored evidence of the 5-star group's crimes, and his goal was to destroy it. Their actions were all caught on film. The man was a thief who was in cahoots with police officer A. Jung. He aimed to get rich, but this occurred. Before his death, he sent proof to 2 individuals, one being police officer A. Jung, and the other being his girlfriend Yu Mei. The most urgent task now was to find Yu Mei after A. Jung broke his phone into 2 pieces the day after the man's accident. They found Yu Mei quickly and took them to the police station for questioning, but Yu Mei had an epileptic seizure on the way. Jung removed the handcuffs from her, but something went wrong when he did. Jung was trapped. He was unconscious. The car lost control and went off the road, but luckily it hit a pile of sand. He left the car, went to the driver's seat, and tried to get his phone back, but Jung firmly held onto his backpack. His girlfriend urged him to leave as Jung regained consciousness. Yu Mei had to abandon her phone and run away. The next day, Jung took out his phone from his bag, but he needed the password. He quickly went to Yu Mei's residence and knocked hard on the door, then climbed on top of the door to listen for any noise. He came downstairs and climbed up step by step along the water pipe, like a real Spider-Man. He climbed to the window and broke it with his mobile phone. After entering the room, Jung kept searching. At that time, there was a knock on the door. Jung opened the door and saw the man who said he was Yu Mei's acting teacher. Upon entering the room, the man called Yu Mei on his phone. Jung's phone rang. They both knew it was time to take action. Before he could display his true kung fu, Jung was thrown to the ground. Jung stood up and hugged the man. They immediately began to fight. The man used a scissor kick to strangle Jung, who was at a disadvantage. The man turned over and rode on Jung, then covered his mouth tightly with his arms. Jung's resistance gradually weakened until he closed his eyes. Yu Mei returned suddenly and entered the room. She looked at the mess on the ground, then turned and saw the man staring at her. Yu Mei attempted to flee, but the man yanked her and hurled her to the ground. Then the man put on gloves and pulled out a dagger, leaving Jung's fingerprints on the dagger, and then used his foot to fix Yu Mei's head. Just as the dagger was about to fall, Jung suddenly appeared from behind and hugged her. The two fell downstairs together, raising a cloud of dust. The man who fell downstairs attacked first, choking Jung again. Upstairs, Yu Mei hesitated to pick up the flower pot, fearing she might hit Jung. Jung turned over and Yu Mei threw the vase. I rate this operation 8 out of 10, but the man is as resilient as a cockroach. The ant next door appeared behind him, and the man left angrily. After escaping from danger, Jung asked Yu Mei to unlock her phone. She saw a message on the phone, watched the video with a surprised expression, and then called the prosecutor. The prosecutor asked Jung to bring Yu Mei. Unbeknownst to her, the prosecutor had already been bribed by the Chaebols.